We're gonna do this one in the key of A.
Tingles of desire, tune me in to your electric love.
I'm gonna play some sappy love song shit, and I'm gonna fuck it up for you guys on purpose.
I remember years ago people used to think that it was only losers that played at the Gallery because, you know, it looked like, well, these people, you know, they have no inclination to try to make it big or anything. And basically, these are people who did try at one point, like Ray Augustine. He was like a big folkie, you know, in the day, back in the 70s, you know. And they tried, they put a lot of money into it, and it didn't work. And they didn't want to keep putting money into it and being broke and everything like that, so they figured they'd compromise and just keep playing and just play at places like the Gallery.
I'm on the road again. There I am. I'm up on the stage. Here I go, playing this song again. There I go.
I had to go back to Arkansas. After living here for about a week, I had to go back and switch vehicles. And I got back on a Thursday, and Adam, my roommate, was like, hey, I got back like 5 in the evening. He's like, hey, we got to go to this place tonight called the Gallery. Because they have $4 pitchers of beer. And it's, I don't know, he heard it was a good open mic. And we went to the Gallery, and there were like all these songwriters playing songs. And like, hell yeah, man, this is our place.
I used to work at a place called the U.S. Blues Bar on Wall Street. It was the Blues Brothers Bar, and I used to do the Wednesday open mic there, host the Wednesday open mic. And one of the patrons, a guy named Sid, who's unfortunately not with us anymore, told me about this place called the Gallery. And he said the U.S. Blues was closing. And he said, you should go up to the Gallery and you guys can do the same show up there.
What makes the gallery unique is that there's no censorship whatsoever. Even the great jazz clubs here in Chicago, there's certain things you're not going to get away with. And it's nice to have the freedom to do anything, and I mean anything you want.
There was a guy that diddled himself all day. His name wasn't Dave or Gus or Bill or Ray. He had a smile and a cute little style all his own. Da-da-doo. I do, I could do, I could do, I could do. I do, I could do, I could do, I could do.
Always be around, and you watch me leave in town. I gotta find out where she lives, you know.
Well, you know, everybody knows Kenny. Everybody knows the music that he likes, you know, easy to talk to.
The owner is also a painter, an artist, and a great appreciator of music. As a result, he has his quirks and can be kind of fun to deal with, but I think that's true of most bar owners. But it's a totally non-corporate situation for reasons of who owns it and also who frequents the place.
I first met Kenny about in the late 90s, no, mid-90s, and he kept telling me about this great bar he had. I used to run into him at the Old Town Ale House. He got this great bar, you gotta check it out. We have live music and everything, great bar. So finally, I came here to the gallery, and 17 years later, we've been playing here once a month for 17 years.
There was a time when Kenny had a heart attack many years ago, and there was some doubt whether the gallery was just still going to be around. And I remember we were sitting at the bar talking about, gee, I wonder where we're going to go.
I mean, I've seen the sun come up and Kenny would be telling me about the 50s and shit. You know, you just don't find that where I'm from, like, for some reason, because most of down there is dry, so most people just go to bed, you know.
Kenny is a psychotic, you know, old man, but we deal with him.
Brand 98, Hennessy, a 13.
The opportunity came along, like a lot of bartenders, they want to own their own place, and this opportunity came up to own this bar. And I had a partner. She knew this person that owned this building, and he wanted somebody to take over the bar, and we had an opportunity to do so. We didn't have a lot of capital because I wanted to call the place Shoestring Bar. But my partner said, no, no, no way. And then she said, we'll call it the Gallery.
You seem to have a soul on guard. I guess I always try too hard to please you. Making sure I gently step around anything that makes you angry or defeats you. It could be my past with the shadow it's casting across my path that's keeping me ready to steady the boat or make you
Just about when we're ready to close, for about 3 months, I was putting $1,500 into the bar to keep it going. And then just about when I'm ready to fold, people like the Smashing Pumpkins, Urge Overkill, Material Issue, and there was another band called Red Red Meat, and they showed up that first summer that we had the bar going, and the business doubled and tripled. And we were able to pay the rent and keep going.
they were unknown at that time, right?
Yeah, right. They were just starting at the time, just like us. And then the following year, Liz Fair was starting, and she played here 3-4 times. We had a really outstanding open mic that was very entertaining. It was off the wall, off beat, but it was very entertaining.
Charles Manson! He's my hero! John Wayne Gacy! Come on, he's my hero! Richard Speck! Come on, he's my hero! Captain Crunch! He's my hero! Elvis Presley! He's my hero!
Well, you know, it's kind of weird because, you know, when the gallery first opened, it was totally different than what it is now. It was a dive back then, and now it's a little better than, no, just joking.
It was good timing because we were in the right place at the right time. Things were starting to come around here in Bucktown. And there was a lot of artists here, and so we had a lot of artists that showed up, and a lot of musicians and a lot of good bands.
Just get them all out of here. Is there guys in the car? Yes, there's guys in the car. I think the people down the road know who we are. Get the one you carry, 'cause the man is right. You are still an eye in there.
When we first started, the open mic on Thursday was fantastic. We had such offbeat people. We still have some, but it was even more so then. And it was one hell of a show. And it's still great. It's still a good show, and there's a lot of good musicians and some, you know, not so good, and some, you know, characters.
Bounty hunters from outer space. Somebody get a contract on the human race. Before we wreck this beautiful place. What do you mean we, Earth Girl? Where are those bounty hunters from outer space? Where are those bounty hunters from outer space? And now a Russian nuclear submarine is sinking in the Northern Sea. Oh, kids, you see, there's something wrong in the galaxy. Or is it just me? No, siree, bop, bebop, bop. Can't you see? There's something wrong in the galaxy. Or is it just me? No, siree, bop, bebop, bop. Thank you.
Gallery might be, I would imagine, I would venture to say it's somewhat of a throwback of the 50s, which was my era, 50s and 60s. It's not that trendy type of bar like, and it's not a sports bar with a lot of plasma TVs all over the place. It's strictly music. There's a little TV, but very little, you know, and no pool table. I don't have a pool table to take away from the nightclub atmosphere we're trying to have here.
I
come in the other day and some stupid douchebag band from the suburbs left a guitar stand here that holds 5 guitars. That's karma.
I'm still a pauper. That never mattered. To hearts burning fire. Memories are sweet things. Memories I held. Oh, how they come hunting between the head and the pillow. If not for these ghosts, who's to say we're the living? If not for the losing touch, there'd be no sweet catching up.
In that first like week and a half we've been here, we've been playing open mics, and it sucked, man. It really did suck. Most of them sucked. It was just like, fuck, it's not cool. And we stumbled across the gallery. It was very refreshing, very encouraging, because like it seems like almost every bar in the city that has music, it's like, it's like frat boy central or something. I don't really give a shit if somebody sings off key a little bit or doesn't sound real pretty. Like it's about the soul, you know. Gallery's got a lot of soul. It's no hardwood paneling floors trying to emulate an Irish pub. It's just like it's a dirty place with like Christmas decorations from '99 hanging up still, you know.
It's just really hard to find a place. You can find places where you can go and sit in and do open mics, but they usually have more of a, if it's a known place, it's more of a trendy kind of atmosphere, and it's a lot of snobbery. And the gallery, you can still go and you can see people at all different levels of development, and the crowd is pretty friendly to that.
Even though we can't be together, you will live in my heart forever. Being here helping me to weather this storm. All the pages we wrote may yellow, you will still be that special fellow. Through the years as the grief grows mellow and warm, still I'm gonna wanna know why you have to go and leave me behind. This is gonna take some time, like making a fine red wine.
Thank you.
There's a tremendous amount of talent that goes through the gallery. There are a lot of talented people there, and in a way, it's good that it's sort of hidden from public view, because for someplace else it might be packed all the time, and you know, it's kind of like that Yogi Bear quote, like, it's so crowded nobody ever goes there anymore, you know. So it's at a stage now where people can still go there and hear great musicians, really great musicians, and but at the same time, it's not so crowded that you can't sit down and enjoy yourself and relax, you know. I'm sure that Ken, the owner, wants that to change, but on the other hand, I don't know how hard he wants to work. You know.
I'm head soon. I'll punch in your face, bark at the moon. Hey.
What do you say? You sing something else. Are we done yet?
Yeah, ramble round this country and town, up and down, here I go. The poor kitty cat, someone like you.
What makes the gallery really successful is the fact that that everybody they get to know each other. They get to know each other play, and they jam with each other on stage.
It's really unsnobby and unstructured in that sense. No one is really excluded. If you want to try, you're welcome to get up, and that is a rare thing.
There's no situations where one person plays and everybody leaves or something like that. People just stay there for just to enjoy the music.
People like to hear what other people are doing, and the group that's gravitated there, it is kind of a family.
Everybody gets to know each other. You try that in another bar and it just doesn't happen.
One more drink before I put this bottle down. One more chance for me to see what I can drown in you. I'm only dredging up this lake. Every morning leaves me with a night full of mistakes. And I swore that I'd never let you down. Then I watched you hit the ground. Saying goodbye wasn't that hard to do. The word that finally set me free. No, this was not a planned escape, just an opportunity that I knew I'd have to take. And I swore that I'd always be around, and you watched me leave town.
Lately, there's been quite a few people coming into the gallery, and I think the reason why is because you have a lot of young people who are looking for something new, and they can't find it in music today. Everything in music is like recycled. The gallery is probably one, if not the only place in the city where you can find it.
Our first guest at the open mic tonight.
Well, golly, yelly me.
I fucked up the word, but you got to win.
Poetry to the past vanished. So is your hair rise. Deep serpent climax. Been wide from your mouth. How will I find you? I can't hear no one above the din. They're looking at me with an evil grin. Throw all of my money in a garbage bin. There's no other place for the wages of sin.
This place closed, there'd be nowhere else to go. Not in Chicago, that I know of. Very few places like this. This place nurtures art and music. Kenny started this place and he nurtured art and music, while the rest of the people had sports and television.
Yeah. Everyone else is cashed
Stanley
in.
Cup,
I mean,
Super
hopefully
Bowls.
he's making money.
Yeah,
but
Kenny had music, and that's all he ever cared about. This was a music joint first for artists, and that was what he envisioned, and he came to fruition, man.
This won't be the first time, sure won't be the last time. This won't be the first time, sure won't be the last time I cross the great divide. I get by, 18 wheels are rolling on. I get by, trucking deadhead miles. I get high, on country music, running on empty through the dead of night. Running on empty, 18 wheels are rolling. I cross the great divide. Running on empty, trying to get to you, girl. I'm trucking deadhead miles.
there's no place that has 3 open mics, right? So this has the songwriter night on every other Wednesday. It has the Thursday open mic, the Sunday open mic. It's the antithesis of the current pop music scene. This is the Venn diagram of the gallery and the current pop music scene is the null set. They don't overlap. They're separate things, which I think is good. When you come in here, you know that whoever's up there that's playing is going to be passionate about what they're playing. It's pretty inspiring. I get inspired in here.
This is like an old apple tree. It drops apples, new seedlings come up. So people come in, they see the older people and the vibe that's been set here. The young ones come in, they see it, and they want to be part of it. So it keeps going full circle.
Oh, darling, if you leave it, I'll never make it alone. Oh, believe me when I beg you, don't ever leave me alone. No. When you told me you didn't need me anymore, well, you know, I nearly broke down and I cried. When you told me you didn't need me anymore, well, you know, I almost fell down. Oh, darling, if you leave me, I'll never make it alone. Never leave me when I beg. I never
So I've been coming here for almost a year to date. Today, I think I came here last November, the first time. and one of the better open mics I've ever been to, really warm and welcoming. I come back because this place is filled with a lot of high caliber musicians who I can play well with. I've learned a lot at this place. And makes this place different is that everybody's very weird, and it's like a band of misfit toys that come together.
Joe!
All right. I'm here. Hello. Hello. Can you hear me now? Good.
1, 2, 3.
I think it's one of the most creative music places in the city. You know, there's a lot of creative people that go in there, you know, and that's the reason why I like it.
The gallery is this. The gallery is like hanging out with my friends at this point. It's almost hard for me to even remember what it was like in the beginning, because it's like I've hung out with these dudes so much. It's they very much are my only friends in some senses.
It's a great place to play. It's a great place to hear music too. In fact, it's my favorite place to hear music, because you can sit at a table, you can sit at the bar. You're not that far from the stage.
Because I think the gallery is also established, you know, kind of like a precedent that you can have a bar like that and have some really good nights to make up for all the other dead nights.
The gallery is a magical basement.
It's just a really great, interesting place. It's a sort of one-of-a-kind place you don't find too much anymore.
There's not that many music venues like there used to be, and there's much less than what the 50s were, and let alone bars and nightclubs. There's a fraction of bars and nightclubs and show clubs that are left from the 50s. And so what is left that's even less? It's every year that seems like there's less and less venues to show and feature music.
So much for coming. The PA's going out right now. You don't impress me, you little bitches. And that concludes tonight's version of the Gallery Cabaret Open Mic. Thanks.
Sad song about long gone days, and a life passes by any number of ways. Since you went away, Michael Bill got paroled today. A young man filled with rage. He had blood on his hands.